My name is Chris and I play in a band called PRSNT. I'm about to show you how I wrote, mixed, and mastered one of our recent releases called Over It. But yeah, let's get into it. So first I want to start off with this piano landscape thing that I found. Here it is by itself. So yeah, it's just that playing a couple measures. I just put a tape emulator on it, which kind of like beefs up the low end and gives it this vibe. Kind of cleaned up the high end and the low end. Some low mids and mids. Steven Slate with the compressor, not too much. And then the Joey Sturgis plugin called JST Clip, just to put it louder. Put some reverb, which I didn't think it needed it, but it sounds cool. Yeah, you can't really hear it unless it like stops. Now on to the next thing, which is the intro vocal.
When I feel I'm falling, my faith don't go away. Something inside is calling, telling me I'm not okay.
But here it is by itself.
When I feel I'm falling, my faith don't go away. Something inside is calling, telling me I'm not okay.
So start off with auto-tune, just to kind of clean it up. I'm not doing like some Daft Punk or T-Pain kind of deals, even though I like them a lot. And then of course I cleaned up with EQ, took out a lot of low end and high end, and then found some frequencies I didn't like. The compressor, in the audio world, this compressor is called Bluey. It's one of my favorite plugins. I really wish I had the actual Bluey. So Universal Audio, I don't know if they make it. I've only seen like the black one on Universal, but I may be wrong, I don't know. And then next is a de-esser. For all my non-audio people, what a de-esser does is exactly what it says. It de-esses. Brought up some 8K just to kind of brighten it up a bit, and then I brought up some high mids and low mids, and then that low end warmth to my voice, a little more compression just to get it right in the mix. And then I have this fresh air plugin. What this fresh air plugin does, gives it a breath of fresh air. And then another compressor. I know it's not doing too much.
Calling. When I feel I'm falling, my faith don't go away.
Yeah, it just kind of flattens out the vocal, not too much, but like just to tame out those dynamics. I love putting delays, reverbs. I also put this chorus spreader just to kind of spread out my vocal in the background. So I'll show you each one. The small trail delay, I'll put it up so you guys can hear it.
When I feel I'm falling, my faith don't go away.
Yeah, of course that's too much, so I put it in the background. And then this small room verb, just to see how it sounds, I'm gonna put it all the way up.
Hey, something inside is calling, telling.
I have a big room verb.
When I feel I'm falling, my faith don't go away.
Sounds good. Obviously it's too much, so yeah. And then I have this spread plugin, which helps spread those vocals.
When I feel I'm falling, my faith don't go away. Something inside is
a delay ad-lib, which is being automated on certain parts, like right here.
Feel it best dancing in the dark.
I got some vocal swells here, which are cool. Yes, sir. All those vocals you hear, I couldn't really think of a transition here. So actually the first thing I thought was Daft Punk or some EDM type deal. And that's the first thing I thought of. I couldn't really think of anything else. I knew I could do it better, but I was like, it's always the first idea that's like so good. So I kind of automated those vocals to sit higher. So what I did was I put auto-tune on them and I just kind of
chipmunk them.
And then I have these two, these are the same, and these are less chipmunk.
Everything will be alright.
And then I have these two right here, just a lower kind of texture.
Everything will be alright.
All together, we have.
Everything will be alright.
I got this filtered vocal.
But it's cold. Down, down, down. Are we gonna come back around? Yeah.
Now, at this point in the writing process, I was just having fun.
I feel like I'm undying. My fears, they're crumbling down, down, down. Is over, but are we gonna come back around? So I'm ready for the next fight. Ready for the next fight. Yeah, I'm feeling good on my best side.
Yeah, that shh is basically when I say, ready for the next flight, shh, you get it. Now, I needed more texture in the chorus and just all around the song in general. I sang low, like the whole thing.
Everything is gonna be alright.
It sounds super silly by itself, but in context, it sounds great. And then I have these harmonies here.
When I feel I'm falling,
And then, of course, you can't go wrong with falsettos.
the sun don't rise the same. I promise that you're not insane.
And then there's more textures here.
Probably gonna come back around. So I'm ready for the next.
So what I like to do with like group chants or the chorus, I like to put vocals in the background and act as if I'm at a concert and kind of just do different voices, like a
girl voice
or like a
old man voice.
and just put it all together. And most of the time it sounds good. I have this piano poke synth that is doing this. Now I really like to add ambience and synth just to kind of fill in the emptiness. I used to listen to a lot of meditation music. So on a happy song, I tend to put like, it's almost like an eerie sound in the background, but it's not eerie. It's just playing one note or maybe two notes, and it sounds eerie by itself, but it's not. It's just following the happy note that's in front. So yeah, that is going along through here. And then I got these immaculate horns that were just, I needed something to fill in this last part. So I was like, man, this sounds like, it almost reminds me of Panic at the Disco. It just has that like Broadway, like, I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's just fun. And then piano poke synth. Let's see what this is doing. Again, just to add some textures and more sounds. And then up here I have this piano. So yeah, now onto guitar. For those of you who don't know, I started off on ukulele. I first played it on the beach. I remember it like it was yesterday. Anyways, because next I'm going to show you guys the guitars. We have this lead for the choruses. Very distorted. When I wrote the solo out, it was just like a straight line going down the center. But I was like, like each section could go left and then right and then left and then right. So that live, me and JD can play one and then I can play the other. He plays the next. So yeah, you get it. This is a chorus guitar. There's a lot of effects in the actual song that you can't really hear, but they're there. And then I have this guitar right here that JD sent me. And he sent me that guitar idea with the effects attached to it, so I thought that was pretty cool. I believe it's like a delay echo. And on to the bass. I actually have two basses in here. I have a regular bass and then I have a synth bass just to add a little more beef to it. Yeah, nothing special, just a regular bass. And then I have here the synth bass. Now onto the drums. I love keeping drums simple. Before Steven comes in the studio, I usually send a super rough draft of what I think sounds good. I'll mess with it here and there, and he'll hear it and he'll come in and he'll add his little spice to it. I actually have like 4 kicks going. 3 that are going throughout the whole song, and then these sub kicks for that Daft Punk EDM part. The first kick is just not a normal kick. I figured out with samples that usually samples sound good already, so I didn't really do too much to it. I felt like I needed a little more high end to it, so I just added that this next kick. I also have this sub kick. Yeah, so all together, so yeah, that's the kick snare. Just a regular snare. And for my second snare, because gotta add layers, I added this hip hop kind of vibe. All together, it sounds like this. With the ghost notes, you'll see here that I dipped out some automation just so it can be realistic, because these are samples. And then of course I have this hi-hat, pretty hip-hop sounding, if you will. Rec tom, and then floor tom. Yeah, cymbals. And then last but not least, the drum room. This is by itself. I put that in the background just to give it some more definition, dimension. I have these claps for the end and the intro. The funny thing about these claps are I added so much low end. This is it by itself. So puny, but not anymore. I needed some reverb on those babies. And this is it all together. And yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, I like keeping things a little simple nowadays. So honestly, I can't wait to make more videos like this and show you guys the other songs that I have. And don't forget to subscribe.